Okay, this is a reading for Scorpio. It's your weekly love reading. There's your major arcana, I've got it ready. The Death card, the end of one cycle, closing things out and beginning another one. And if you think about cycles that are difficult, that's a positive thing, isn't it? Okay, I will do a 9-card spread. I'll get 3 cards for how you're feeling, 3 cards for how your person's feeling, and 3 cards for the outcome. I'll clarify why they feel the way that they feel, get messages from them, and I'll get you some advice from Spirit. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Scorpio's highest good. How is Scorpio feeling in the second week of December with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting, please? 3 cards. Right, we've got the 10 of Wands reversed, which is good. Okay. The 10 of Wands upright is someone who's carrying so much burden, so much weight, that they actually are struggling. They've become very, very strong from it. But it's high time that they dropped the burdens, okay? Imagine carrying lots of weight up a mountain. Or if you're a teacher, carrying a huge pile of exercise books all at once around the school and never being able to drop them. You know, it gets too much. So when it's reversed, we've dropped all the books, we've dropped all the weight, we're dropping all the burden, okay? We're just letting it go. Just release all that heavy weight. The Ace of Cups reversed, that's not good. The Ace of Cups upright is being in love or loving yourself, you know, pouring love into your own cup. So with that reversed, I guess that's what you need to do after you've been carrying all that heavy weight. Scorpio, what have you been dealing with? Right, so maybe it's work because you've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, ooh, heartbreak, 4 of Swords reversed, Judgment reversed. You've been, I think you've been very distressed over someone. We've got the Judgment in combination with, it's the Judgment reversed, okay, so you're ignoring the call to action. Very, very restless energy, okay, you're pushing too hard, you're trying to force something. Ooh. Painful heartbreak, 3 of Swords. You've gone into Hermit energy, you know. The answers lie within you. The Fool realises that this part of the journey he has to walk alone, okay. I think you've come out of an extremely difficult relationship, actually. I don't think it's work. I thought it might be work because of the Queen of Pentacles, but I hadn't looked at the other cards yet. When I saw heartbreak and restlessness, I think you've tried to, like, keep going with a relationship that wasn't, maybe it was unrequited or someone fell out of love with you and you wanted to keep going with it. That's horrible, that feeling. If that is what it is, that's horrible. You know, you're doing some deep soul searching, getting yourself back on track, I think, after this awful time. You know, relationships are burdensome. If we keep falling out with each other or we feel like we're putting in more and more, I do this, I put in more and more and then the other person pulls back. And the more they pull back, the more I put in, and then before you know it, it's like 90-10, or, you know, one person putting in 95%, the other person putting in 5%, and then it quickly goes to 100% is you. and they're doing 0. And it's just really, really tough, to be honest. When you're a very loyal person and you find it difficult to think about anybody else when you're with your person, that's of great benefit to them. But unfortunately, it's of a huge loss to us, people who are very loyal and very loving, and, you know, we look beyond any flaws a person has and we just want to be with them. You know, we believe in fighting for relationships. Not everyone does, and we can't make people be with us, okay? So this is the vibe that I'm getting. You know, I think you need time to heal from this. It's been a huge loss for you. I mean, the Hermit energy is the major for Virgo, and that is healing energy, which is really, really good. And then you've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is, that's either you right now, or you're trying to get over a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, or someone who's just very practical, has a lot of responsibility. You might have earth placements. You might just be like, yeah, just trying to ground yourself after all this upheaval and drama. Let's get 3 for your person. Right. They've got the 7 of Cups and the Page of Cups. 7 and 1 makes 8. The 8 of Cups is walking away. They're at a crossroads, okay? That's the emotion that they're kind of showing you, is like, they're really like rerouting right now. You know, and people can apologise for doing that, but should we really make them? It's difficult, isn't it? Oh my God, 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups reversed there. What is going on here? Are they confused as well? Or was it the 8 of Cups and then we're coming out of that energy? Usually the 8 of Cups reverse is like not wanting to separate. I mean, to be honest, both of you can be incredibly sad about the breakup. It's really difficult, and sometimes you go, oh, I didn't mean it, you know, like, because it's that flopping hard. The Magician, all 4 aces. Now they're feeling in a can-do energy, so whether that's by themselves or with you, I have no idea. I do think this is you and them, because we've got the 8 of Cups for them and heartbreak and heartache for you, so maybe now they've lost you, they want you. In the Challenge, we've got the Page of Swords. This is an observation, spying energy. So the Challenge might be separating from one another and not looking at each other's social media. Like, actually, oh, it's horrible. The process of like deleting that person's family off your social media, you know, unfriending them, blocking them, doing whatever you have to do to kind of accept these new ways of life. Oh, I hate it. I've done this like a few times. It's horrible. It's actually so horrible. I think it is incredibly challenging. Like, you have to do it when you're ready, but quite quickly, I think, because you don't want to see them with anyone else. At least I know I don't. I really doubt a Scorpio would want to, because Taurians are possessive lovers. We get very jealous. I know Scorpios are like that. We're fixed signs as well, so we find it really, really difficult to move on. It's because we're so loyal and loving, you know. So the last thing you want to do is watch somebody else move on. Do you know what I mean? But it's so sad. It's horrible. I feel like it's me and it's not even me. It's just because I've like lived that so much. So many times, you would not believe. The 7 of Wands, determination. You know, stubbornly carrying on, determined to keep going, keep the high ground, be competitive, fight for your life, you know, despite feeling shitty. These are the outcome cards. So it's trying not to watch, staying, you know, like focused on your other responsibilities, like pushing, trying hard to stay, you know, in the throes of like all the other arenas of life that you have to do, like battle, you know, through work, battle through the gym, or battle through social events that you can't really be bothered going to. I mean, I wouldn't go to them if I'd just gone for a major breakup, but, you know, I'd have downtime with like a friend, like one-on-one, or a family member, I think. We've got the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands can be, you know, fire energy, like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, determined, passionate, energetic, very up-tempo, upbeat, vitality, absolutely full of vitality, self-motivated, you know, inspirational to people around them. They don't stop, they're unrelenting. She's not reversed, so I don't see her as angry or lackluster. It's a healthy energy. However, that can speak of a third party, because this one can be a mistress or a toy boy, or, you know, someone else, like a third party that's been invited into the mix. It doesn't have to be. It does not have to be. Makes sense why we've got a competitive, like trying to have the advantage. Maybe this person rejected you. You were heartbroken, and then someone else has shown an interest and they don't like it, and now they're like trying to get you back, or that, you know, they're jealous because they've got this Magician and the Eight of Cups reversed. Well, you're heartbroken, keeping to yourself, and then getting grounded and kind of staying quite stable and empathetic, down to earth. Like, someone can't stop watching, and that's a challenge for them, and then they're kind of trying to be competitive, and they've turned into the Queen of Wands, which is like ambitious. So, or it is just this like, well, I'm gonna get over this before you do, or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. Sorry if you are going through this. It's not nice. It's not a nice place to be in. Ugh. It's just odd to me that they've got the Eight of Cups reversed. I find that really weird. The Seven of Cups is a crossroads. The Page of Cups can be an apology, you see. And 7 and 1 becomes 8. And then you got the Eight of Cups for your person. But it was reversed. And then they've got the Magician, which is like, I can achieve anything. I've got all 4 aces. It's like they're very full of ego. They're very full of ego, and maybe that's why they're like possessive over you. But it's like, you know, when someone's already screwed it up, so you're kind of that heartbroken that you've already kind of got incredibly upset over it to the point where it's just left you in pieces, and then you've had to start healing, because no one can be that upset, you know, for a long period of time. It's like we've hit rock bottom, now we've got to start healing. I feel like this is too little too late, and they're doing it out of ego rather than that they have truly changed their mind. If it didn't work the first time, why would it work the second time? Like, that's what you got to ask yourself. I'm not you, so I don't know. Maybe external circumstances have changed, or people weren't saying how they really felt. Maybe things can, you know, if you talk about it, but it's never worked for me. Even if we both wanted to get back together, we've tried it, and then we just knew, like, within minutes that it just wasn't there. It's almost like just ruined, you know? When you hurt someone that badly, it's just ruined, like it can't be repaired, so... Oh, that's awful. Anyway, you know what? If you have to turn your ex down, That's kind of a compliment, the fact that they couldn't let you go. No one wants someone to just slam the door shut and never look back. I've had that before and I thought, thank you very much. At least they never communicated regret or anything, but when someone's like found it difficult and got in touch, it's always made me think, well, at least they're finding it as difficult as I am to stay away. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather that they found it difficult, because that means like they actually cared, that they are actually missing me. Even if you don't end up getting back together, like those few messages that get sent, like, you know, when you look at your phone and you cannot believe that you're getting a message through from them, and you like rub your eyes and you're like, I don't understand why they're messaging me, and you're like, oh my god, like you start freaking out because like all sorts of things go through your head. But then, like, at the very least, they're thinking about you, they're missing you. There is like a void now that you're not there, and you know, they're really like mulling it over. So I like that. I'd rather get those messages afterwards than just someone just be like, and I'm glad that's done. Like, it's like, cheers for that, you know, you arse. There's always like the third option, which is like you send messages to them, they just don't reply. That's horrible. Or they reply and they're like, please don't message me anymore. Oh god, it's awful. I'm only laughing because it's so horrible. Just, no, I'm thinking of my own situations. But you know what? You shouldn't be embarrassed, because all you're doing is being honest, and like, all it does is prove that you really loved that person, and you're finding it difficult to adjust to this monumental change. Like, you would be stone cold if you didn't find that difficult. So, you know what? If you are the person in regret, you shoot your shot, and if they reject you, they reject you, you know? If they reject you, they reject you. You shouldn't be embarrassed for just being honest about how you feel. And maybe they feel, you know, good off it, like the fact you're missing them. Oh, so icky, so awful. Let's get you some advice. Let me just see what the nature of this connection is or was. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So this person, maybe they're like someone, like maybe you have a type that you tend to pick, or maybe they're very different from the type that you usually go for. Is something about this person, like what kind of type they are? Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. If you've been focusing on looks, maybe go for someone less egotistical, more down to earth, less competitive, you know, like maybe avoid the fire signs and the swords and go for, you know, someone with cups or earth. I don't know. You'll know what that means. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. It's also about expectations, isn't it? Are you expecting loyalty from someone who's egotistical? Because people like that are loyal to themselves, you know? Before they're loyal to anyone, they're loyal to themselves. Tell you what, I want to give you something positive. When is Scorpio going to meet someone new? Because you know what, you've been in hermit mode and you are now the Queen of Pentacles. So you've done some healing, you've had some alone time. Next year, you'll definitely meet someone next year, guys. And it's next year in 3 weeks. And if Spirit doesn't want to give me an answer, it doesn't. You got an answer. You're going to be loved up next year. New year, new you, okay? Be open-minded. Maybe go for someone you wouldn't normally. Or maybe you're going to end up with someone you're like, I never would have like picked someone like that. Why is this person with the of cups reversed? Why is the ex struggling to move on now? Why have they become the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Wands? Move on. Someone is unavailable, a waste of time, it's over. Pregnancy. Someone's expecting. What? I guess there could be, you know, a couple that have split up and, you know, if you end up sleeping together, it's totally possible, isn't it, for them to be pregnant, or they could be pregnant, you don't realise, you break up, and then, you know, and then they find out afterwards, but it's like, well, the relationship is still done, you know, we can co-parent from different houses, like, if you're having a baby, it doesn't mean that you have to have a relationship with one another, because that would be toxic. And then it would be extremely awkward. It would be like that Ross and Rachel situation where the baby comes and then they live together and then he can't handle her, like, dating again. Yeah. You need to be in separate houses, don't you? But you can, like, love the child that you have. Yeah, that could be specific for someone. Or they might say that they're pregnant to try to, like, make you stay. You know, that does happen. Or someone could try to get you pregnant to stop you from leaving if you're the person that's heartbroken, and then they kind of have regrets. The guy could try to get you pregnant. So just be really careful, like, don't blur the lines, like, if you have broken up, like, don't have make-up sex or anything and then break up again and then, you know what I mean, just try to stay away from each other if it is over, because it can get really messy. Well, you've got someone new coming in next year. If this doesn't resonate whatsoever, please don't try to make it fit. It's just not your message this time, okay? Could just be that you've recently split up with someone, they broke your heart, and then you had to start healing and now they're jealous. Like, you know. It's just weird that the pregnancy card came out. Infinite abundance, vast vistas. You know, the universe is telling you that you have got so much good to look forward to in 2025. Trust me, okay? You're in good company. The universe has got you back. Broaden your horizons. Move on from this ex. Whoever this is a waste of time. They're a game player. Everything's about ego manipulation, okay? Even if they are pregnant, well, okay, we'll co-parent, but from different houses with different lives, okay? Draw boundaries if you need to. Could just be like someone's, you know, sometimes I don't take these literally, like someone's expecting you to kind of just go running back to them. You know, like, that's an extension of ego. It's like being arrogant. You're that arrogant that you think you can just break someone's heart and still they'll run back to you. Like, not a lot of people are that insecure. Most people who have healthy attachment will just say, no thanks, you loser. Hummingbird spirit, be here now. Okay, live in the present, don't dwell on the past. And try to look forward to next year, and and daydream and think about what your next person might look like. Have fun with it, be silly with it, light-hearted. Okay, take care, Scorpio, and I'll see you in the next one.